It should go up like in a second. Yeah, there it is. All right, so just retweet it so that people see it. Okay. Let me take a quick selfie real quick.
How the baby just DaBlew it.
All right.
Then we could have spoken about the Olympics, but
I'm not following that shit at all.
yeah,
I mean, we're gamers, bro. And we're not really fucking watching sports. Like,
right.
yeah, we are
I
live, by
only
the way.
watch.
So,
Oh, bet. Well, I mean, I only
just
watch highlights, I guess, like the craziest stuff, you know?
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Well, hold on. Tap in, tap in, tap in.
Damn, Evo's happening right now, and I didn't even know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Damn.
Yeah, we just letting people trickle in. Oh shit, it's 5 people. Oh no, it's not. I don't know why my brain tricked me into thinking that it was 5 people in here, but it's no one yet. But that's fine. Besides though, people watch these people watch these in like
In whole
retroactively, I guess, if that's the right word.
word.
Yeah.
What is popping, everybody?
Yeah, what's good? Hello. My name is Rainey. I'm joined today by my co-host Kevin. Oh shit, what's good? Okay, yeah, so there are a couple people in here. Yeah, all right, cool. Quest is in here, Loopy's in here. What's up, baby? And Aya's in here.
What's
Nice.
popping?
Nice. All right. Actually, let me put the oh boy. Oh no, the fucking hold on. God damn it. Okay. Hold on real quick. Let me just fix this. Let's do the width 1,000. Oh my god, not 10 million. No, 1,000 and then height 800. 800 for the Twitch box. Boom, brilliant. Okay, yes. All right, so we got a couple things to talk about. We started a couple minutes late, but that's okay. I'd rather start and do this shit. Do this shit in real time. Love the notification thing. It's still, dude. It's still Christmas themed. I'm so upset about this. Like these guys, I'm not changing that shit. No, I'll be doing everything on this
It's
motherfucker. I'm
almost
not changing
Christmas.
it. I
It's
am
almost
not
Christmas,
changing it.
bro.
1,000 and hold on the font settings. Yes, 35. There we go. There we go. Yes, very very on brand. Very very on brand. But yeah, so we got a couple things to talk about. Ghost of Tsushima, director's cut dropping on PS5. Final Fantasy the Pixel remasters getting review bombed on Metacritic. I know that's like kind of been super quiet. Like that's not a lot of people know what's been happening with that because between the shit with DaBaby and like just the entertainment sector in general, um, people haven't really been as on top of that sort of stuff. And also like PC gaming kind of exists in its own microcosm where like it's news to everybody in PC gaming, but no one else cares. Like console
Right.
gamers don't give a shit. But yeah, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. The Green Knight, getting pretty mixed reviews on uh on Rotten Tomatoes. If y'all know me, y'all know I don't give a shit about reviews. I'll watch what I want to watch. Kevin, I'm pretty sure you feel the same, right? Like
Yeah.
even if something gets review bombed, you're probably gonna go see it, right?
Yeah.
Like
I always.
if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'll never avoid a movie just because it got bad reviews. Like I don't care if it looks cool to me, I'll go watch that shit. And then DaBaby, and all the bullshit going on with him. And just a quick spoiler, I don't really follow like sports, and the Olympics aren't super important to me. Um, I and Kevin hasn't really been following them either, right? Yeah,
Nah.
so we're not gonna touch on that at all. So if you guys want to bring us up to speed on that stuff, then that's great because there's a whole lot that's been going on, like for months now. Like Naomi, the tennis player, the black Japanese tennis player. I forget her
In
her name's
Osaka.
Naomi Osaka. Yeah, she dropped out a while ago. Simone Biles dropped out. Um, and she was getting a whole lot of flack for that. A Puerto Rican woman just won the what is it the She won a
the
running
dad.
thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am so sorry. I know nothing about any of this, but I know that it's a very important moment for Puerto Rican people. For Puerto Rican women in particular, because the woman that won was Puerto Rican and shit. So that's pretty cool. But we're not really gonna get too deep into any of that because on top of it just not being our speed, it's also very complicated and it's gonna take way too long to to sort of like hit every necessary point. But shout out to her. If anybody knows her name, I saw it on my timeline a while ago, but I forgot. I forgot. But yeah, there's been a whole thing about her. How people are claiming she's not really Puerto Rican because she was like born here, even though Puerto Rico's a fucking
Commonwealth.
a commonwealth. Yeah, it's a territory. But if you were born in Puerto Rico, you can't vote in U.S. elections. So it's this whole other thing, and it's a whole thing, right? So like, yeah. So we're not gonna talk about that at all. So don't expect us to. But yeah. Getting into it, I've been talking a lot because that's what I do. I always do that. But Kevin, it's just me and you today, bro. Just me and you.
Yeah.
What's up?
Chilling, bro. I'm just like, you carry the energy, and I'm just here to fill in, Not that you carry the energy, but I'm saying like, you love to talk. So I
Yeah.
let you talk, and then I chime in when I need to. So I fuck with the vibe.
Thank you. Thanks. No, we've only ever done one other podcast, just you and I.
That was last summer.
Yeah, yeah, like right around here. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, shit is
So we
crazy.
talking about Ghost to start off, or
Oh well, I wanted cause we usually do like intros and shit. So I
oh,
wanted I
fact.
wanted to know like what you were playing, like what's been going on. Cause you on last week's episode?
Nah, I wasn't on. I was on the one before that one.
Oh, okay, yeah, cause you were yeah, I forget you were busy or something, but like what have you been playing? What have you been doing? What's going on with you? You know.
Uh, I've been playing Guilty Gear still. I've been
Mm,
playing a bunch of fighting games like always, but I
yeah.
also been going through the Xbox Game Pass for the like second time ever on my PC because I really want to download like the Master Chief Collection, just like
Mm,
play Halo. I haven't really touched those games in a while, but I've been doing that. I just came back from DC yesterday. I was there for like 4 days. I never been on an Amtrak and I never been to DC.
oh
And
shit. Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
so it's pretty dope. I've never been like on a long like train ride, even though it was like not that bad. It was almost 4 hours. Everything is close by. DC is I forgot that it's not a state. I forget that it's
Yeah.
like really just a district between like Maryland and Virginia and Delaware.
Yeah. That
It's really dope
people
though.
people from there just call it the DMV. Like
Yeah, yeah,
DC, Maryland, Virginia. Like just that tri-state area is just referred to as the DMV, like by people from there because
yeah.
it's so uh like anybody you meet from around there, like unless they're from like Baltimore or some shit, unless they're from Baltimore or some shit.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Baltimore. But unless they're from Baltimore or something, they're always gonna be like, "Oh, well, I was born in D.C., but I was in Maryland till I was 9, and then went to Virginia, and then you know what I mean. Then I moved to
Yeah,
Richmond when I
yeah, yeah.
was 12 or some shit. So they just be like, "Yeah, I'm from the DMV." Like.
Right.
But yeah,
It was
D.C.
it was dope. It was
Yeah,
dope. I visited all the regular touristy spots. I
you
went
went
to
to
the
you went to the White
like
House.
Lincoln. I went to like the back of it because they have like two blocks like barred off. You can't even
Oh,
go
I
on
see.
the block that's on the other side of the gate.
Yeah.
But the White House is probably like the biggest like letdown. Like it's kind of ass. Like I think the best thing was the Capitol,
I'm
the
sorry,
Washington
bro.
Monument was fine. What happened? Now
The
the
way
White
is
House.
the way is
God,
said. Damn, bro. The White House. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's kind of ass.
bro, it's like I don't know. It was like, yo, first of all, I always thought the White House was like kind of like, I don't know, secluded more or something. It's like dead ass in the middle of the city.
Mm,
I did not know that. It's in the middle of the city. It's crazy. Like
yeah.
it's like if it was in like Times Square or something. It's so weird, but it's really nice. Like I think I was going around in these little like the electrical scooters.
Mm,
I never really been on those either, but I was me, my girl, my little sister. We were just like on three of these scooters, just like going crazy past cars and shit. It was fun though. It was
Oh,
fun time.
nice. That is really cool. I just think it's so funny that like the penultimate seat of power in the country, right? The apex of authority and power in the country is represented by this enormous structure, this obelisk, this historical landmark. And you're like, yo, the White House kind of ass.
Bro, it was I don't know, bro. It just
It's like
I don't know what it is.
yo, like the Boondocks with when Stinkmeaner was looking at the rainbow. He was
Oh
like,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
he was like, man, fuck this bullshit. Hate this gay ass shit. Man, fucking that's the energy. Oh fuck. Speaking of which, Dennis just popped up and
Yo.
Quest trying to sorry, not Quest. Marina trying to get you in trouble. She like, hey Dennis, he talking shit about DC.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I like DC.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a great time. Like I feel like everything is close by. I went to the African American Museum of Culture.
Mm,
Mad fire. It
yeah.
was like and they had a whole section for the Bronx in there too, which was OD.
Oh, that's cool.
Um yeah.
That's
Uh
unexpected.
that I met AOC. That's a
Nice.
big W. Like and it was on like the second to last day before coming back. So overall, it was like, oh yeah, that was pretty cool. Didn't go there expecting that, but overall, DC is fire. The White House is ass, but DC is fire.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh shit. Well, Marina been airing her grievances out in the chat. She's saying, did she say her name? Oh, there we go. Jasmine Camacho Quinn.
Ah,
Was her mom was born in Puerto Rico, and if your parent was born in another country, you can represent that country in the Olympics. Mexico has mad softball players from the states. So sorry, I don't want to hear any slander of Jasmine Camacho Quinn. The body has spoke. Yeah. Yeah. So thanks for clearing that up, Marina. That's great. Love that for us. I love having Marina around because like not only is she a great moderator, like in the Discord, which you guys can join by the way if you want to, if you haven't already, but she's also like super engaging in the chat and everything every time we have one of these. So shout out to Marina. Love you. And
no.
yeah. So oh fuck, here we go. Lawrence is here. The king of violence is here. but but yeah. So that's awesome, man. That's really great. I'm glad you got to experience that. And you've never been to DC, right? That was your first time there.
Nope. I've been to Maryland to visit a friend, but I've never been to DC.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Every time, yo, speaking of Lawrence, hold on. Speaking of Lawrence, you know that TikTok of the guy eating flaming hot Funyuns, might I add, and he don't say anything, and then it's just fire behind him, like it just snaps and he's in hell, and he's like, God,
Nah.
I ain't even say nothing yet. I ain't even say nothing yet. That's Lawrence. That's Lawrence every day, because God knows. God knows he's gonna choose violence, so he just fucking preemptively puts him in hell
You can't even say
before
nothing yet.
before he can say anything. That's Lawrence's energy every fucking day. but 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 yeah, no. Shout out to Lawrence. Thank you for coming. Yeah, a lot of people forgot that we do this on Mondays because we didn't do it for so fucking long. Lawrence, you ain't missed much. Um, we just been doing intros. Kevin went to DC. The White House's ass, and and what else is there? That's it. Oh, by the way, Aya hosted us 12 minutes ago, so thank you so much. And we're getting one view from Aya, so I appreciate that a lot. Every single one of them counts. That's really cool. And whoever you are, watching from Aya's channel, join the Discord if you haven't already. And if somebody could drop the the link, that'd be great. Just have that shit on deck. I need to have that shit on deck, like just somewhere. I could just fucking paste that shit. But yeah. As far as intros from you said you've been playing just fighting games and stuff.
Fighting
So
games and like I said, I think it's called the Descenders. It's like this BMX type of like downhill physics based type of game. It's kind of cool. It's relaxing. I like those type of games where I could
mm,
just do a backflip.
nice, nice. That's really cool. Uh, no, but you need shit like that, right? You remember that game? I had it on Vita. I had both of them. Ollie Ollie and Ollie Ollie 2. You remember those? It's the
Yeah,
skateboarding
yeah, yeah.
game.
The skating. Yeah, yeah.
Yo, those are so therapeutic. The soundtrack is so fire. Like
Y-
I want when I want to go to like my safe space, I play those games.
I think they're dropping a new one too, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Ollie Ollie 3 already came out. Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I definitely I know I've heard of an Ollie Ollie 3 at some point. I don't know if it's out or not yet, but I'm pretty sure I've seen something about it. But I'll have to look into it. But but yeah, yo, Ari, actually, I'm gonna have to talk to Leo because Ari tried to use the Discord bot. Oh, Ollie Ollie World, that's the one. That's the third one. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't think the Discord bot works, so I'm gonna have to talk to Leo about it. I said I would do that last week, but I forgot. But as far as my life, I got my sons into Beyblade, which is
Ooh.
just an excuse for me to buy Beyblades for myself. Um,
How many do you own?
Oh my God! Hold on, and entertain the chat for a second. I will be right back.
All right. What's poppin', everybody? So Rainey, he must have like a big collection of Beyblades because he sounded mad excited right now. Guzman said, "Pump for Skate 4." Yo, has it? Yo, Skate 4 is gonna be so amazing. People have been asking for a new skate game for so long, like, and they're finally dropping it. I'm so hyped. Oh, thank you.
Okay, so I got two stadiums, um, but I didn't bring those. But I got a ton of fucking Beyblades, and apparently there's like different tiers, for lack of a better word. There's Tarakatomi Beyblades, which are like the competitive standard. There's
Hmm.
Hasbro Beyblades, which are like the cheapo ones. Then
Okay.
there's like Metal Masters, which are made of literal metal. So those are cool. But
Yeah.
getting the barrier for entry is like so small because there's no like you can piece together this kind of stuff um like through various avenues. Like you'll have to
Mhm.
watch. There's no one video that's like, hey, here's how fucking Beyblade works. You know, like there's no one video like that. You have to kind of like put it together based on like a bunch of other stuff. Um, so it's been kind of hard to navigate like what does what. Every one of these launchers doesn't fit every single Beyblade, and then it depends on whether it spins to the left or spins to the right. So a left spinning launcher looks like this, and then a right spin launcher looks like this, or black, or like solid black like this. And then Takaratomi launchers look like this. Uh, Kevin's laughing.
Hold up.
I got
Hold
the
up.
blammer, bro.
You got
Yeah,
the Thule.
yeah, man. So
Holy
the
what?
yeah the
And
left.
it's just like
So it comes with a drawstring, see, and it
how
retracts.
much? Alright, if you don't mind me asking, how much was that?
The launcher.
Yeah.
So this the so okay. This piece right here is a weight. So there's a ball in the center. You see it,
Yeah.
and it's meant to keep you on balance. So that way, when you launch, if you're tilting a little bit, you know you're doing it intentionally. So so this little piece right here was like $3. Um, this was the most expensive thing. It was $17 because you can change it from right to left. See the R right there, and then the L right there. I'm left-handed, so I have it set to left spin, and it's drawstring, so it retracts automatically. This grip was $10, and then these these grip parts come off, so you can like they're modular, so you could like add whatever pieces you want to it. So yeah, so that's kind of how it goes together. So yeah, you put it in fucking wait, where is it? There we go. Yeah, you put it in this way, and then you put the weight on it, and then you're fucking ready. And yeah, so top blader things, you get me.
You know,
But
like prior to
yeah.
this, I always thought that it was just like awesome. You just let it rip, but that looks like it's like a mini game you're playing too, where
No,
you have to like
there is
precise everything.
100% a meta. There is 100% a meta. So for my kids, it's like, yes, you can mod the launchers. Yes, Ari, shit is crazy. He said, man's pulled out the peacemaker. So yeah, dude, they make launching gloves. Like it's crazy. Like it's fucking crazy. But so for my kids, right? Like if you're a child, then you don't like if you're Godric's age and he's 3, right? So like if you're playing and you're Godric's age, you don't give a shit about like competitively you don't care about it. Like you just want to watch the two
Watch.
fucking
Yeah.
tops like hit each other, you know? But for like older players and like the competitive scene, there's attack type, there's defense type, there's stamina type, and then there's balance. So it's a rock paper scissors effect. So defense beats attack, attack beats stamina, stamina beats defense,
Hmm.
and then balance doesn't hit anything super effective, but nothing is super
It's
effective against it. So it's the normal type of Beyblade and shit. So yeah, and it all depends on like what kind of tip you use. So like this because it's sharper, like on the bottom, right?
mm,
That's more defensive because it's meant to stay in the middle of the stage, and defense types like this one are kind of hated on because they're really like everyone claims they're boring because they're just meant to outspin the opponent. They're not meant to hit anything. So as long as they stay spinning, that's all you want to do. And then attack types look like this because they have the sharper, like you see those sharp like the points on it. Those
mm-hmm.
contact points are meant to hit the other bay. And then like if you hold your launcher at it, if you put it straight down, it's just gonna land and do these really really fast circles along the edge of the stadium, and it's gonna lose a lot of stamina. So you're gonna lose a lot of your spin. The way to like circumvent that is you tilt it forward a little bit, and then when you pull back at the very last second, pull your launcher away, so that when the Beyblade hits the stadium, it does a flower pattern like this, and it hits the center and then back, the center and back, so that it attacks from all angles. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Like I looked into this and I was like, nah, there's no way it's this like advanced.
Math?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. I'm losing my
that
mind like
I'm not gonna front.
playing this shit.
You're selling me on this shit right now.
Bro, and yo, and you know what else? For the first time in my life, I have found a relatively inexpensive hobby. For the first time ever, bro. Like if I want a really nice Beyblade, right? I could chalk up the fucking like, some of them are like $30, $40. Like if I want a really really nice Beyblade, like this one's the Takara Tomy. It's a left spin and it only works with the really really big launcher. This
Mm-hmm.
is like a $35 Beyblade. This one right here.
Oh, 35 is, and
Yeah.
that's like top, almost
Yeah,
like top tier.
yeah. Well, Metal Masters is top tier. This one, they're smaller, but they're made of metal, so they hit like a fucking tank. This
That is
one's
fire.
hold on, if it decides to focus. Hold on, let me block. There we go.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, that's an Ares something. I forgot what it's called, but this is a Metal Masters Beyblade. They don't burst, but they will fight forever. Like they go forever, because they're made of metal and they spin longer and they're heavier. But you
Right.
like obviously you can't like mix it. Like you can't have a fucking
There's different weight classes basically.
yeah. You can't have a burst Beyblade, which is mostly plastic, against the
Right.
fucking Metal Masters. Like that's not. It's never. Like the burst is never gonna win. This shit is made of metal. Um,
Right.
there's different launchers, different tiers. There's different tips. You can obviously like customize them and shit. The Hasbro Beyblades are super cheap. Like this is a Hasbro one. It even looks cheaper, right? Like the plastic is duller, right? It's not as sturdy. These are like anywhere between $8 and $14 a pop. So like if
Mm-hmm.
you want to get into Beyblade super fucking casually, like just buy these and you'll spend less than $50 on like a whole stadium, two Beyblades, two launchers. Like it's crazy. It's
But
so inexpensive and
the
so
metal
much fucking fun.
look the best though.
Oh
I,
yeah. Metal Masters is cool. Metal Masters is like the most expensive, obviously, because it's a sturdier build and it's made of actual metal, and it's like a whole different launcher, different stadiums and shit. It's pretty cool. But my sons are super into it, which is great for me because that gives me an excuse to buy them more, and like do and like get further into it and shit. And if they want to compete, like then I'm all for it. I'll drive them wherever, fucking, you know what I mean? Like I think it would just be super dope to have that, like to have that thing to bond over with them. So that's like cool. But
they
yeah,
look
that's
like
that's what I've been into.
they look like Mighty Morphin. They look like some Power Ranger shits. Like when you held them,
The
they look like,
morphers.
they look like the Morphers. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like the medallion, like when they hold it out
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. When you were doing
Yeah,
that, I just imagined like the static in the background and like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, this shit is dope, man. Like, it's really cool. It's a really cool hobby. This is probably one of my favorite. Like aesthetically, this is probably one of my favorite Beyblades. Oh, they also have ridiculous names. I have no idea. Like, one of them's called Lucifer. It's like they call him that in the anime. I'm like, damn, y'all, like that's like okay, like
I mean, I
shit is
guess like
crazy.
yeah, Japan.
Yeah, there's like Lucifer, Wyvern, like like some Kraken, fucking some shit. I don't know. They're all very complicated names. Is that Excalibur? I don't know. I don't know which one it is. I think it is actually. Um, but yeah, so yeah, that's what I've been into. And as far as video games, I just beat Mortal Shell on stream. And tomorrow I might take a break from streaming because I'm doing it in seasons. So season 1 of Mortal Shell is over because I just did the first run through. So I beat the game in a 4-hour stream, and I was dragging myself at work. Like I literally like I was fucking dead on this. Like I was a dead man walking. Like I'm never doing that shit again ever. Like I was unwell, bro. Like physically ill. Yeah. But it was worth it because the chat was digging it. There was like 20 viewers the whole time. Like nobody
That's fine.
left. And like if anybody did leave, they came back like almost immediately. It was cool. It was cool as hell to beat that game on stream with everyone. That was really cool. But I might take a break tomorrow. Oh wait, yeah, tomorrow. Cause I think I'm gonna go get some ramen with my friends, with 2 friends that I haven't seen in a long time, and then yeah, just like kind of relax
Ramen
before
Hunter
season
update.
2. Yeah, Ramen Hunter type shit. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm probably gonna take a break and then kick off season 2 with like New Game Plus or something, and then like max out a different shell because I beat it with Iridrim. So I might do Teal next or something like that. But yeah, Mortal Shell's really good. It's the only Souls-like game that I've ever liked. And I own all of them. I own Bloodborne, Sekiro, fucking Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, Demon Souls. I own all of them. I've played all of them. I don't fucking like any of them. And for some reason, Mortal Shell is just the one that like that I was like, yo, like why do I love this? Like,
Right.
but um, but yeah, that's what I've been doing. I talk forever. Wow. Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
So
So, um, yeah, I guess we can hop into some topics now, right?
let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. So, speaking of video games that I have beaten, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is coming to PS5, like that segue, and yeah, and I'm excited about it because it's gonna have new DLC, right? It's gonna be complete, so complete with all the PS4 stuff, but it's gonna also have the island of Iki, right? Like a new
Mm.
or Iku. It's Iki or
Yeah,
Iku, something
I
like
think
that.
yeah. Miss.
Yeah, yeah. Just make sure. I don't want to like mispronounce it. But yeah, it's gonna have that. It's gonna be upscaled for PS5. It's gonna be crazy.
I think it's Iki.
Iki. Okay, I was right the first time. Yeah, that's gonna be fucking sick. And I don't know about you, Kevin, but Ghost of Tsushima is the first game I ever platinumed, like intentionally.
Okay. No, I have platinum. Like I think other games like that wasn't the first game, but I did. I'm like probably like one trophy away from platinum. From platinum, I think on Ghost.
Mm.
I fiend on that too when it came out. It was like I think one of my top 1 or 2 games of last year.
Mm.
And what about you?
I think, yeah, definitely. Like the there like the fact that it was the last PS4 exclusive. Oh my god! Like holy shit, that was perfect. That was a perfect way to end the generation because I was playing on a vanilla PS4 at work, like trying to get the review out, even though it never happened.
Yeah.
I don't think I never. I don't think I ever did the 1 month later. But I was trying to get the review out, and like when you review these games and shit, like sometimes you end up playing them just because you have the obligation to review it. So you're like
Mm-hmm.
not even having fun anymore. But for me, it
Yeah.
was both. It was like, okay, I got to keep playing this because I want to review it, but also I want to keep playing it because I want to finish it and I want to do everything. And like I got through that game so quickly that I had enough time before the review to attempt the platinum, and I did
Mm-hmm.
it. And I was like, holy shit, this is the first platinum I've ever gotten This game is amazing. It never made me feel like I was doing homework or like it was a chore to play it. Like it's so fucking sick.
Yeah, I think the story, like right off the like as soon as you start the game, you like I was drawn in with the way like when you're storming the beach,
Hmm.
and it looked beautiful on my like I was on a vanilla PS4 too, and it looked like beautiful. And this is before the 60 frames world changed me because it's not hard for me to go back to 30 frames, but like for example, I'm gonna replay the whole game now in 60 frames, and I can't wait because
Hmm.
even though it didn't look bad on 30 frames, it was still beautiful. I can't wait to experience it with also the adaptive triggers too,
Yeah.
like on PS5. You have a PS5 now too, right?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I have the digital one. Um, but yeah, like and like I love that Sony is like letting developers uh take criticism. Because like I appreciate that they listen that like the developers are actually like they're showing us and not telling us that they're listening to us, right? Because
Mm.
the first thing I did when I booted up the game, like I'm a film buff, like I fucking love film. I watch anything and everything, and like I just appreciate it as an art form. So I thought it was sick that they had a Kurosawa mode. And the first thing I did, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna play this game at all, I'm gonna play it like in black and white, the filter, everything spoke Japanese spoken language. But then like it disappointed me that the it wasn't dubbed. I mean, it wasn't the mocap
Sync.
wasn't
It
synced.
was
Yeah,
sync. Yeah.
yeah, they were still speaking English, but it was dubbed in Japanese, and like that was really jarring because I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
but it's now dubbed and
Um,
mocapped in Japanese. So I'm so fucking 4K resolution, 60 frames per second, a Kurosawa mode in Japanese with it synced. Like I'm gonna lose myself in this fucking game again. And like
yeah.
it's gonna and it's because I didn't play it like that the first time, it's gonna feel like the first time again.
Yep.
Because it's like a whole new experience, you know? Shit is
And
crazy.
there's new enemy types, new power ups. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
like just like it's like a copy and paste of the campaign, but I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 for sure. I'm definitely excited for that. And I like the director's cut motif because I think we talked about it like 2 episodes ago.
Hmm.
Because Sony's games are taking the more cinematic approach anyway, so I feel like it makes sense. Kojima didn't like it, but I like it. I think it's cool. I think it makes sense for what Sony's doing. Like they're giving players this AAA experience and shit. And I think that's like definitely worth mentioning.
Yeah, and if you have Ghost already, I think the upgrade is like 20, I think, if you already have Ghost, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think so. And
If-
with Death Stranding as well, because they're doing a director's cut of that too. With Death Stranding, I believe if you already owned it, the upgrade is $10, which is
Yeah,
insane. Like
yeah, I don't think
that's
that's bad at
awesome.
all. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Kevin, could
yeah,
you turn your gain up just a little bit, like maybe like 1 decibel? I have you on 200 and on Discord. Um. Oh shit.
let me see.
There we go. Yeah, just turn your gain up a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm very very fucking excited for that. Also very happy they're not charging full price twice. I think it's great for people that already played the game, and I also think it's great for people who haven't. Because if you've played the game already, you know what it is. Like you know what you're in for. But if you haven't, oh my fucking god, please get this game. Like it's worth the 70. If it's 70 on PS5, buy it. Like I know that's
Yeah.
like insane. Like 70, a lot of people still aren't used to $70 games and shit, but buy it. Like this game is fucking incredible.
And I don't know if you've played, but the online is amazing.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't. You know me, bro. I haven't. I don't really.
No,
I'm more of
it's
a.
really fun. It's like you and a couple friends, and like waves of enemies coming through. Like there's power ups and shit. It's pretty fun. And
Oh,
they actually
nice.
have like story mode type of chapters that like have like good loot and shit. If you like loot type of like online games with friends,
Hmm.
it's like a samurai type of game with
Oh
that
shit, that's really
incentive.
cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fire.
maybe I will try that shit. Maybe I'll fucking.
Yeah.
We'll start 150th Discord channel for we got like 60. We got like 65 channels, bro. It makes no sense why there's so many fucking channels in here. But yeah, let's go to the chat real quick. I haven't acknowledged them in a while. Um, oh, excuse me. But but yeah. Let me see. Let me see. What do we got? What do we got? They was talking about Beyblade for a while, but we're past that. Oh my god. Fucking Loop Loop said wait, where is it? God damn it. Hold on.
Oh, Loop gifted 5 tier 1 subs.
Oh, thank you so much. It's fucking
Shout out to Loop.
Loopy is the Hearse's fucking sugar mama. But we say that every single time, but she is. I appreciate you. But yeah, Loop was like vanilla PS4 as opposed to BDSM PS4. That's very funny. But yeah, yeah, and then let me see what else. 20 for PS4 and 30 for PS5. Oh, okay. Yeah, still not bad. Still not bad. Yeah, yeah. Papa Noir said throw some ass for Loop. um, but yeah, yeah, for sure. That I think that's that's definitely a fair price point. I couldn't be more on board with that. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then Ari said 60 frames per second with dips gets me mad.
Mm,
Locked 60 frames per second or even 40 frames per second like Ratchet and Clank all the way for me.
yep.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying anybody in the chat didn't grow up this way, but I grew up broke as fuck, bro. So, I was 2 generations behind on like everything. So, if it's 4K and 60 frames and that shit dips a little bit, like that's fine by me, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm fortunate that I didn't die in the Atari era. Like imagine playing Adventure on the Atari 2600 and being like, "This is the height of technology, Kowalski. My goodness. Wow. Wow, the graphical fidelity, the colors. This is incredible. No, this is the height of technology. Nothing will ever top this." Like imagine dying then.
It's like 12 pixels.
Yo!
2 different colors.
Yeah, facts, bro. The 8-bit wasn't even a thing. It was 2-bit. The shit was 2-bit, bro. Oh my god. Oh shit. Bro, when people were playing on PS2 and Xbox and GameCube, I was still on Nintendo 64. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I could deal, but that's not to say anything bad about Ari. Like, you know, I think that like if you're gonna say that something can perform a certain way, and then it doesn't, your consumer base has every right to be upset about that. But me, because of like you know how I grew up or whatever, and I'm not saying you know Ari is like a bad like any different, but based on like my experiences with video games and always being like 1 or 2 generations behind, like I'm totally fine with a little bit of dip here and there, a little bit of dip on my chip. Oh shit, there go the boy, there go Hikikomori. That's Wii U.
Yo.
Shout out to Wii U. But yeah,
And
yeah. So you ready to move on? Ready to
Yep.
move on? Cool. All right. So this has coasted a little bit under the radar. For the past couple days. Oh no, actually this went up today. So I don't think anyone's even had a chance to react to this.
Oh,
But
Will gifted 5 tier 1 subs.
oh damn, thanks, bro.
Wheel,
Yeah, wheel. Hey.
wheel.
Wee. Oh my god, gifting subs like wee. Holy shit. Oh my god. But yeah, so PC Gamer dropped this article 14 hours ago, so like yesterday. Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters review bombed on Metacritic. And it's not because of any of the very obvious issues with the game, like the font, the font spacing, like so everything was remastered, but it was remastered as is. So they didn't account for newer resolution screens, and I mean they did with like
Wait, which
updated.
Final Fantasy is this?
Oh,
that we're
sorry.
talking about?
The first 3.
Oh, the remakes?
So it was So it was
The Pixel
the
remake.
first
Okay,
no
yeah.
the first Final Fantasy. Yeah, Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, those
Okay.
are the ones that got remastered. So the article's very short, so I'm just gonna read it to you. But
Okay.
the first three Final Fantasy Pixel remasters are now on Steam, with the next three presumably soon to follow. So this is like something they plan to do until I don't know for the entire Pixel generation of Final Fantasy. But though their crappy font spacing has been criticized, and they already fixed it, by the way. That's not the reason all three have been hit with low user ratings on Metacritic. Nor is it the screen tearing, the problems using the controllers, or the absence of material from other re-releases. Nope. The reason it's getting review bombed is because it's not on console. So
That's it.
yeah. So it's none of the other issues. It's not it's not the shitty font. It's not well, not the shitty font. It's not the shitty font spacing, because it's all like fucking crunched together like this. Because you're blowing it up from a 4:3 aspect ratio, but you're not accounting for that in terms of like lettering and shit. So everything looks like this, and it's super hard to fucking read. Um, it's not that the controller doesn't work, but when the fuck do controllers ever work on PC?
Mm.
It's not the screen tearing. It's not the lack of material, because Final Fantasy releases are fucking like, especially these earlier ones. It's like 3 is 4, 4 is 6, and then 6 is missing shit from 3, and 3 is like actually 2, and like it's like a lot. But they cut a bunch of content apparently from all three of them, or from two out of the three of them, I think. But the first Final Fantasy they review bomb the fuck out of it just because it's not on console.
Yeah, I
Um,
see that right now. A
yeah,
bunch, all the good reviews I see, like I guess are talking about the game itself, and then all the bad ones I'm seeing are like, we want a PlayStation and Switch release. After that, I'll change my rating. Like what?
yeah, it's silly, right? Like it's
Yeah.
silly. Like this isn't the first time that a video game has come out on PC and not console. So like the fact that this is such a surprise to, like, this is so heartbreaking to anybody is like kind of dumb. And also, hold on, wait. Um, Let me see. Let me see the original. Okay, so the original release date for Final Fantasy, the first one, the remaster, right? The first one they
Mm.
remastered was December 18th, 1987. There
Mm-hmm.
wasn't even a fucking console to put it on in 1987. It was on a Nobuo Uematsu computer. A Nobuo Uematsu computer. That's oh no, not compose, not no, sorry, that read composer. My fault. Where is it? Wait, hold
Wait,
on. Where
you
is it?
mean the first Final Fantasy?
Yeah, the very first one. The
Wasn't it
initial
on any NES?
in the NES was out in '87.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. If I'm not. Yeah, it came out in '83.
Oh shit. Cause I'm American. That's why. That's why I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Damn, I thought this shit was a pooper game.
Nah,
Holy
yeah,
fuck.
nah. These came out on the NES, on
I
the
thought
original
this shit
NES.
was a pooper game first, but that would have either way. It's like it's. I mean, did you? I don't know. I feel like it's not that serious. Like it's
No.
just, you know what I mean? Like, do you? Cause like even if they fucking even if they did put it on consoles, what do you like? I'm guilty of this. I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat is guilty of this. Um, you clamor for a re-release, you push dumb hard for a re-release, right? You do all this shit for a re-release, then it drops, then you're excited about it. You play maybe the first level, you realize how fucking outdated the shit is, and then you never touch it again.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
Yeah, I'm guilty as fuck of that shit. Guilty as fuck. So, like, people review bombing this game because it's not on console are probably people that are gonna touch it once, maybe play the first one, or maybe play three, never play two, and then drop it forever. And it's like it's just annoying. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
if
I
you're
just
play
go ahead.
if you're on like a PS5, or if you're on a, like, I don't know. I understand maybe the Switch because, whatever, but if you're on other consoles and you're expecting like a Final Fantasy 1 pixel remake, like, I don't know, I feel like you're probably coming from, the newer Final Fantasy games, and you're probably gonna, like, you're looking into this like a little blindly thinking, well, I just want to try it out. You're probably gonna be bored of it, but I feel like if you're buying that, you know what you're getting yourself into.
Hmm.
Hopefully, because it's not definitely not, it's not
Yeah.
the same. It's still like classic, but it's definitely not what you're used to.
Yeah, 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 for sure. And also, I think that like just in general with like Final Fantasy in particular, like the first three games especially are are a slog to get through. Like these games, they're not like. Hold on, let me see. Final Fantasy One runtime, right? Yeah. So the main story of Final Fantasy One is 17 and a half hours long. The main plus extra is 23 and a half hours. And if you're a completionist and you want to do every fucking thing, it's 35 and a half hours long.
Oh
That's
no,
insane. And yeah, for a game for something that came out in 87, you could remaster that shit to the fucking moon and back. You think I got the patience to play to play a single player RPG from 1987 that's 35 and a half hours long? You think nobody that's complaining about this on Metacritic has that kind of patience. Nobody is playing it for that long. Like that's crazy. Like a 1.7, yo, that's OD, bro. Especially like how great those games are. But if anything, you know, oh, somebody, sorry, Ari. But the another point I wanted to play off was something Ari said in the chat was I don't get why people think it's not coming to consoles. It's not guaranteed, but Square Enix loves ports and double dipping, so the chance is pretty high. I'm not like,
true.
yeah, that is facts, but I'm not super into the idea of like, hey, here's the game on this console, and here's the game on this console. Here's the same game on like here's a port here, a port there. Even though I own Resident Evil 4 on 6 platforms, like it's sad. It's really sad. but I'm just saying like for like as a scam to like just scam people out of paying for your fucking game again. Um, I think that I think that it's I think that it's what the fuck was I gonna say? What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, for the preservation of like games and like game history,
Mm.
ports like make sense. You know what I mean?
I mean, these companies aren't giving like don't want to let like give us other ways like, and they're against every other way. Like they're like, oh, we don't like emulating, but we're not gonna make it available, even though like there are ways to make it available for people. It's a big clusterfuck.
Yeah. Yeah, no, shit is crazy. But yeah, I think it does make it like really annoying. Just to have like some sort of fucking like you know. I mean, you could go the Skyrim Resident Evil 4 route. They said it in the chat. That's funny. You could go the Skyrim Resident Evil 4 route and like put your game on everything, and then and be like Skyrim and continue to and continue to fucking charge people full price for that shit, even though it's kind of not your fault because the Switch is a nightmare to develop for, and fitting that game on a cartridge was probably took some alchemy and a fucking black market organ sale. Um, um, but yeah, no, it's yeah, people are gonna buy it, you know. People are gonna buy it, but I'd much rather the ports exist on 55 different fucking consoles than it not
One.
exist at all.
Mm.
Than for developers to take the Nintendo route and that should not exist at all. You know
Yeah, I
what I
think
mean?
in general, review bombing is so stupid. I
Yeah.
think it's just like it really is like just a planned attack. Like, and I feel like it lowers the credibility of like all these websites because you can see how easily like any opinion could change like a score that people might look at and let it determine if they're gonna even buy the game or not.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like maybe there should be websites that are like, that have like maybe verified reviewers that like you sign up and like you verify who you are and you review and shit. Because like, I don't know. I think it's crazy that like I understand, it's the internet. You can do as you please for the most part, but it's kind of crazy that people plan an attack on like a game's review. It's just people have too much time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's yeah. People have way too much fucking time on their hands. I mean, people as a collective, right? Because if you, one person, decided to leave a bad review, like that only takes 2 seconds of your time. You could just literally, like, you could just be like, "Game sucks,"
Right.
1 star. You know what I mean? It takes no time at
But
all.
yeah,
But
these
like
people planning.
the collective like people, I guess, the fucking zeitgeist has like very way too much time on their hands. But Ari also said review bombing isn't going to work to get them to port it to console. It'll have the complete opposite effect, unlike the review bombing where the builds of Nier Automata were different and Square Enix took their sweet ass time fixing the Steam version. Yeah, see, I mean, review bombing a game that actually has glaring issues is not the same as review bombing a game that just isn't on your box, that isn't on the box that you play games on. You know, like I think that's
Right.
just that's just like so stupid.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
point.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I had a very hectic morning. It's uh, it's just been one of those days, and then yeah, we had a troll in the chat. I don't know. That was really weird. And I'm
Yeah,
like
what was that?
yeah, I don't know. That was weird. I didn't want to acknowledge it because the mods did their job. So shout out to the mods. Even though even though Will banned Papa Noir by accident. Oh my god. But yeah, shout out to Will. Even though he locked my man's up. Hey, hey, bruh. He was wilding. But yeah, I just didn't. That's why I kind of stammered a little bit because I was like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, I didn't want to give that person, any sort of like attention or clout while they were on stream, because I didn't want to give that person the satisfaction. Um, but nah, it's fine. And don't worry, we got Resident Hakaman to to fix that if somebody needs the fucking teeth smacked out their mouth. But um yeah, he said, yo, Will said, bro, when I shoot, I hit everyone on the stoop. He said, Will said, Will said, I'm sliding over cars while I shoot. They think that I'm Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. But bitch, I'm Bobby with that tool. Oh my god. Oh shit. But yeah, yeah, free Papa, bro. Damn. Is he even back yet? Did you unban him? What the fuck? He didn't even unban him yet. Where is he? Yo, somebody get
That
Papa back in here. What the fuck? Oh my god, bro. Holy shit, that was funny. Oh, he did. Oh, he did unban. Damn. No, I guess the chat is just having fun with him now. Oh man, that was good. But speaking of review bombing and just the general public being stupid, um, The Green Knight is out. The Green Knight is an A24 film. It's a take A24's take on, or should I say whoever directed the film. Oh, let me see. Green Knight. So it is David Lowery's take on an Arthurian tale of the same name, and it was picked up by A24, produced by A24. So The Green Knight is also getting very mixed reviews because when it dropped, it started with some positive reviews from the audience and negative reviews from critics, and then like a day later, it completely flipped, and it was like now it's right now I'm looking at it. It's 90% fresh on the tomato meter from like certified reviewers, whatever the fuck that means, and it has a 52 audience score. And it's just this is just one of those things, right? That like it kind of just makes everybody involved look bad, like because A24 already has the reputation of being this sort of irreverent, kind of like pretentious studio that will fund any art house bullshit, and try to, peddle it as some sort of like artistic masterpiece that no other studio could handle, and they claim to support directors that are too irreverent for, the average viewer and shit like that. And then general fans of A24 seem to sort of have the same energy surrounding the films that A24 produces. So the fact that it has a 90% from critics and a 52 from the audience doesn't exactly help A24 look like they are not that. Because, this score has already inspired people on Twitter specifically to be like, oh man, fucking general audiences are so dumb. Oh god, they don't understand cinema. They wouldn't get it if it fucked them in the. You know what I mean? Like, like it's just that kind. It's just that thing, and it's like, yo, you like, I don't know. I mean, you what do you think, Kevin? Because you're also an A24 fan, right?
I am. Anytime I see an A24 logo, I know I'm gonna love it. I don't think I've seen an A24 film that either didn't like or didn't enjoy OD. Like I feel like I started looking up more about the Green Knight because the first way that I heard about it was on a YouTube ad, and the ad was very good because it was like a type of like story book with like a narrative. There was a narrator, and like I knew it was A24, so I was like, okay, A24 film. There's like a narrator, and this looks like it's like on some King Arthur shit. And
Yeah,
I like old folk tale, like all of that back then.
yeah,
Um, so of course I'm interested. The trailer is very like mysterious, and the story around the whole like the book based on like the whole story and everything is very mysterious in a way too, because they say there's like only ever been one copy, right? And they say that I think it was like translated by I forgot by who, but it was very revered highly by Tolkien, J.R. Tolkien, the creator of Lord of the Rings, way back then. Like he would like talk about it a lot. So that goes to show that this, the cultural impact that this book has had for a lot of people who have like paved the way for how we know fantasy with like Lord of the Rings and stuff.
yeah. It's Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. It's a late 14th century Middle English chivalric romance. Um, and I think J.R.R. Tolkien rewrote it, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so that's yeah.
So that might be it. But that's crazy. I didn't know that there was all just one copy. Like I didn't know that. Like for a long time, I didn't know. That's really cool. That's a really interesting piece of lore, I guess, about it. But yeah, yeah. I mean, I want to see it. I'm super into medieval fantasy. Super into like the Arthurian kind of genre, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So and like A24 producing it is like a plus. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like that's really, that and but sadly like it's annoying. Like both kinds of people are annoying, right? Like the people that are like, oh, A24 sucks. I don't get it. Like A24 is fucking stupid. Every time I see that logo, I fucking gag. Like I hate everything they do. They're not a good studio. They just make these pretentious ass movies, and they're not good. And I'm like, okay, cool, but you also like Dead Silence. You know what I mean? So like I don't like, and like even me saying that is like pretentious, right? Like even me
Right.
saying that, like I'm already like, oh well, you just don't get it, right? Because you watch these fucking dead brain, fucking ABC ass fucking horror movies, like
Yeah. Pop up, yes.
yeah, you know what I
Like
mean? Like you watch the fucking jump scare fest, you know what I mean? And like you think that that's good cinema, and like that's fine, that's good to some people. You know what I mean? But I look for other stuff in film in general, right? But horror in particular, being that it's my favorite genre, like when you've consumed as much, it's like my relationship with shonen anime. Like people who love shonen are people that got into anime later in life or have only ever seen like 4 anime in their entire lives. And that's okay, right? But for me, I've been consuming horror just like I've been consuming manga and anime for a very long fucking time. Like my uncles put me on to DBZ at a very early age on the VHSs with the English subtitles. Like I was watching the Boo Saga on VHS in Japanese with my uncle when they were rerunning the Ginyu saga for the fifth time
Mm,
on Toonami because the dubs were late because the Ocean dub only got that far, so
yeah.
they were trying to do the dub and catch up. I was already in the fucking Buu saga. I already saw like Super Saiyan 3 and all that. So like I have a sort of so like being that I grew up with that literally like from a very young age, like 6 7 years old. Like I knew what anime. I didn't know it was called anime, right? But like I grew up watching it. Like I saw Ninja Scroll way too young. I saw Golgo 13 way too young. Like my uncles, like that's what uncles do, right? Like they're just like, fucking watch this shit with me. It's cartoons or whatever, you know. um, but yeah, so like I was exposed to like a lot more mature subject matter in anime and stuff like that, and like a lot more like very different depictions of what that's supposed to look like. To the point where like I just got tired of like shonen because I grew up familiar with the formula. So the same kind of thing happened with horror movies where like I was exposed to horror movies way too young. I've also had a lot of experiences that are explored in horror movies like spiritually and shit. So like I always kind of found a kinship where it's like, oh, this like not to get like too personal or whatever, but I was like, oh, I'm not alone because this shit is happening to these people in this movie. So like
Mm.
in a way I found like a strange comfort in horror movies at a really early age. So after watching all of this shit like for so fucking long, you know what I mean, and like doing all this shit for so long, you just kind of get tired of like Saw Part 12 and Chucky 65, right? Like they're bringing back like they're doing a Chucky TV show.
Yeah,
Oh my
Pete.
fucking lord, bro! Enough. Give it a rest. And then like when people do when people people complain, right? This is the shit. People complain that there's not enough new IP. Okay, here go your new IP. Here go Hereditary. Here go Midsummer, right? Here go Antichrist. Here go fucking like here go the Suspiria remake.
Mm.
Nobody cares. Oh, it's dumb. It's weird. It's gay. I don't get it.
I
Oh,
don't get it. That's the biggest one. Yeah.
yeah, or like oh, it's just bad. Like
Yeah.
it's not bad.
Or it's not.
You just didn't get it. You
Yeah,
know,
it's not. It's not enough like pop-up scares and stuff, which is like what a lot of the general public would think they should be getting from a scary movie. When there's a lot of like long and drawn out, so movies that have a build up that you actually have to really like, I guess, care for the lore and like care to actually know what's happening. It's not.
bro.
Yeah.
Why do you think The Shining works?
Yeah.
Why do you think The Shining works? Half of it is atmosphere. The other half is sound design. Oh, fun fact. I love how Stanley Kubrick gets all the credit in the world for making The Shining and for he's such a brilliant director. Oh, he's so great. He's so great. But watch that movie. Watch that movie with like every time the sound starts, like every time no one is speaking and it's just the music and it's just the score, mute it. Mute it and watch how fucking boring that movie becomes without that atmosphere. So what I'm getting at with that little tidbit is that the sound design, Stanley Kubrick almost had at least from what I understand, the sound design was ran by two women. Two
Mm-hmm.
women did the sound design for that movie. Two women are responsible for the atmosphere of that movie and the sense of dread you feel watching the entire fucking movie. Two women are responsible for that, right? And that is arguably 90% of why The Shining deserves the reputation it does. But no, fucking Stanley Kubrick gets all the credit, even though the acting, he fucking like, I'm sure he can direct film, right? But any Kubrick production I've ever seen, this motherfucker doesn't know how to talk to people. Like, you ever seen, like, look at The Shining's acting. That's some of the stiffest acting I've ever fucking,
Well, it was
like
because
watched.
I forgot what was the name of the woman, the lead actress. Damn, let me see. I forgot her name.
Oh, Wendy?
Yeah.
Wendy, that's what the fuck is her name? God damn it. Oh my god. Wow. Shelley Duvall. That's her name.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So like Shelley Duvall, like Shining would have been nothing without her, because
Yeah.
because of her acting. But it's fucked up because like her acting credit on that was like basically abuse. like she was abused thoroughly on that set. Like Kubrick would like actually like physically and mentally abuse her throughout the whole running. So she was actually pretty like fucked up mentally in like the like you can see it. Like he would make her do like 200 takes until like he got it perfect. Like he was abusive. Like and it sucks because it's probably one of the best like acting performances of like all time, but it's
Yeah,
it's
she
it has a
fucking like she fucking quit after that, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's yeah, that shit is unfortunate. Like just the film industry as a whole is just like not a nice place. Especially like sometimes it's not always the director or the producer, right? Like because at the end of the day it comes down to the studio.
Mm.
The studio is on a budget and the studio's on a deadline. And then like they put all that shit on your shoulders as a director. Like they're like, "Okay, this has to be out by this time. So you have to shoot and edit all of this by then. Here's the money, you figure it out." Like, what? Like that's
Nah,
crazy.
that's true, but I feel like sometimes there are directors who are bigger than the studios, and I feel like Kubrick might have been one of those, like
Yeah.
where without Kubrick, everything like he had complete control, and when somebody crazy like that, and he's from the Bronx too, which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I imagine like it's not like funny, like it's not funny, but like imagine Stanley Kubrick being like, "Bro, if you don't nail this fucking scene, word to my mother, bro, I'm about to black on you, dead ass." Like, like imagine Stanley. Oh my god,
That's
holy
crazy.
fucking shit. But yeah, no, it's like it's whack. It's like there's multiple sides to like you know what I mean like to it like but Shelley like herself was like, oh yeah, it was just a rough production, but uh like she's said so herself that like everybody was nice to her on set. It's just exhausting. It's just an
Yeah.
exhausting movie to work on, you know. um
You know, yeah.
it like it's just a fucking tiring like watching the movie is a lot
It's
emotionally.
anxiety inducing.
Yeah,
So I could
it's
only imagine like how
yeah.
many
Imagine
eventually
trying
you
to
get
make that
numb.
thing. Yeah, imagine
Yeah.
trying to make that fucking movie. Like I'm
I
just
always
sitting
think
here
that.
watching it. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, as someone who wants to make movies too, like that's yeah, yeah, it's crazy. I literally do not. Oh wait, hold on. Lawrence, the Green Knight is an Arthurian poem. Oh, okay, okay, cool. Uh, yeah. All right, that's awesome. I didn't know that, but yeah. So I literally, he also said, I literally did. Wait, Papa Noir is back. He said, "Here I was watching the stream. I see a troll. I try to alert the Avengers, and I get fucking snapped by Hikikomori wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. The entire hearse is going to jail." Oh my God, we're sorry, Papa. Don't but uh, yeah, it's that's like that's so funny. But yeah, Lawrence was like, the film looked good, so I'm gonna see it, and I don't give a fuck about what people think. Yeah, exactly. That should be all that it is. It's just annoying when when like the person does the thing, or in this case like the studio does the thing that like everybody expects them to do, like the bad thing, or not even the bad thing, but like they make a subversive movie, right? And
Mm.
then the movie does the thing, and then all the negative shit people had to say about A24 and their fans actually ends up being kind of true, because all those fans start to like berate and bully the people that don't like the movie and start to claim that they're like dumb or something. And like that's not how things work.
Right.
Like that's just not how anything works. And like but I think that like everything, as far as media, everything comes with a certain layer of fucking everything comes with a certain layer of subjectivity,
Mm.
right? So like like you not getting the film or you not liking the film is not evidence
R-
of it like being a bad film. Like I
Yeah.
don't, yeah, like I don't fucking like damn, what the fuck is it called? Like The Breakfast Club, dude, get that shit out of my fucking face. Like I understand how important it is. I understand how culturally like how the cult following and like how important it is to like
The Tumblr.
it's a Tumblr, yeah, and like the whole coming of age sort of like a blueprint, right? Like
Yeah,
I get what the Breakfast Club did for movies, right?
yeah, yeah.
But I don't give a fuck about that movie. I don't fucking care. Am I gonna sit here and be like the Breakfast Club sucks? Sometimes to make people upset, but like in my heart of hearts, I know that not to be true. You know?
Right. Yeah, I consider myself a film buff because I love film. I went to college for to classes and everything. I I feel like I'm like that sometimes, where I'm like how you describe the A24 people, but I feel like it comes with like watching so many movies all the time that like it's kind of like that for anything. You get really into things, you're gonna just keep diving deeper and deeper. You're not gonna be at the surface level anymore when it comes to whatever it is that
Yeah, it's
you
the
pick
iceberg.
up. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna go down the fucking film rabbit hole, go down the film iceberg, and then you go from watching Saving Private Ryan, which is fine, and then you watch Come and See, and you're never the same again. You know what I mean? Like you watch Come and See, your life is forever changed, and you never want to
Right.
watch that movie again, and you are never the same person again. Like some people don't ever get there, and like that's fine, but to say that like, oh fucking A24 at it again, just making
Yeah.
their pretentious fucking little movie or whatever, and everybody's gonna love it because they love anything they do because blah blah blah. And it's like,
Right.
okay, well, sometimes they just make a good movie,
Mm.
Sometimes it's okay to the movie. Um. Oh wait, I got another mention. The fact that they keep pumping this shit out proves that people's tastes don't always grow, and you're kind of projecting your personal experience onto the masses. Well, Lawrence, funny thing about that is, it's our podcast. That's what I'm supposed to do on this motherfucker. Like, yeah, of course I'm projecting. It's my fucking show. Of course, of course I'm projecting. It's my opinion. Um, yeah, yeah. If people's taste grew rapidly in real time, most franchises wouldn't exist. Yeah, yeah. I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like people discovering things later on in life, like when they don't have as much, I guess, experience with it, versus me like watching anime from young or watching horror from young, and then like it's not rapid. Like we're talking a decade plus. Like I'm 27. I've been watching this shit since I was like 10. That's like what 16, 15, 17 years or whatever. I can't do math. Um, your analogy is like saying take arroz con pollo and remove the arroz and the dish is garbage. Well, it's no longer a dish, is it? It's just chicken then. So I guess it's fine. I guess what I'm saying makes sense then because it's not a dish, right? Like the movie is the whole movie. You take one part of it out and it's like, you know, it's not the movie anymore. Um, I was just the analogy I was making was in reference to The Shining being great 90% because of its sound design. And if you watch it like without the sound design and you take away the atmosphere, it's like not as great as it would have been with it, and largely that's largely because of the two women responsible for the sound design in that movie, and not so much Kubrick's directing prowess or whatever. Um, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. If you take a horror movie and put an action soundtrack over it, it becomes an action movie the same way. No, no, not really. That's not a thing, Lawrence. Come on. If you take a horror movie, if I take a horror movie and if I take Hereditary and I put the fucking Fast 9 soundtrack on it with fucking Tego Calderon, that's gonna be jarring. Nobody's gonna think it's an action movie, man.
Now you know what? That might either make it
What?
even scarier, or it might turn it into
Oh
like a
man.
scare, like a comedy.
Yeah, it might be this weird fucking comedy. Oh man, this is like 1,000-year-old poem. Calling 1,000-year-old plot twist subversive. People need to read. Like the episode of every time someone says that shit, every time I read the word read in all caps. I don't know why I keep referencing the Boondocks, but like it's when they were doing the exorcism on Tom, and he's like, "Read, motherfucker." Yo, that show is fucking nuts, bro. Oh my god.
Did they ever
Uh,
come out with the new season? Yeah, they
nah,
did,
they said
right?
that. I don't know. I don't even fucking.
Huh.
I have no idea. Um, but it's the whole. Oh, Juice said. It's the whole. I can't say what I want, but you can say anything back because. Oh fuck. Oh, you can't say anything back because then you're the asshole. Yeah, yeah. It's like, or like when people expect you to sort of bow out of a conversation or give people grace just because you have a big following. Nah. I don't give a fuck if you 5 years old. You came in my mentions with that smoke, and now I'm gonna let the fucking dogs have you. The fuck? I'm supposed to just what? I'm supposed to just have fucking grace for every motherfucker that want to say some shit to me? No, it's bullshit. Yeah, Juice, exactly. Yeah, fucking where's it? The issue with modern film criticism? Everyone wants everything to be Shakespearean and subversive. It's like that's just not how art works. Yeah, dude. Sometimes A24 is like on the money. Sometimes it's like weird and dumb. Sometimes you gotta have Beer Fest. You know, Beer
Hmm.
Fest is a great movie. I fucking
It
love
is.
Beer Fest. That movie's fantastic, and it's just four guys at Oktoberfest in fucking
Hmm.
Berlin or wherever in Germany.
I remember that movie.
That movie's amazing. Willie Nelson's in it. Like it's not something to think all that deeply about. Like definitely, so yeah, for sure. Everybody wants everything to be this fucking film school art house bullshit, and it's like it's not everything has to be that. Oh man. My underlying point is how films perceive the atmosphere is contingent on the sound design. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I was just saying like, you know, the sound design is what like makes that movie uncomfortable. I feel like. And if but the whole like The Shining is like directed by Stanley Kubrick, and it's like okay, but there's more to it than that. That's just like
Mm.
my point. Um, oh yes, that was a Boondocks Reed reference. Yeah, all right, we're all caught. I think this goes back to CinemaSins overly nitpicking the shit out of every movie and skewing how people interact with it. Man, listen, that's a whole podcast on itself.
Yeah.
I could shit on those two fucking bags of dicks forever. I could listen. I have infinite. I have. You know what I? If I saw the. If I listen, man. Oh boy. Oh my god. This would be me. This would be me just like talking about CinemaSins and yourmoviesucks.com. I would just be shitting, pooping, shit.
Poop it.
Yeah, that would literally be me cuz fuck those guys. They don't know
Yeah.
dick about movies at all. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Fucking piece of shit.
The Fabio. Oh
The
my
5 year
god.
reference. Shitting, pooping. No, but like for real, like they are largely to blame for people being like, oh, how come the bombs are falling in space? Yeah, who gives a fuck? There's a fucking space wizard with a laser sword. There's
Yeah,
a
what's
space
that?
wizard with a laser sword and asthma. And you think gravity is the worst? The gravity is the highest of your concerns in a movie about space wizards with breathing issues, huh? Get the fuck out of my face, man. Fuck out of here. I hate that shit. Fuck CinemaSins. And fuck that asshole fucking pasty fuck from yourmoviesucks.com. Cut your hair. You too old. You too old for all that. Get a shape up. Get a job. Get a Caesar. Fucking
Do
hate those.
something.
I hate those channels. I'm sorry. Kevin is like guilty by association now.
I mean, I agree. I
Oh
never
my
liked
god.
Simpsons.
Yeah, bro. That shit. Yeah, that shit is nuts. Holy fuck. Wow. But but anyway, yeah. So the Green Knight getting mixed reviews doesn't. It's not helpful. It doesn't help cinema. Final Fantasy Pixel remake getting review bomb does not help video games. Like this shit just doesn't help anybody. You know, and it's like, yo, Riley came in right when I was, right when I was, right when I was unloading the chopper on these fucking people. Riley just showed up like, holy crap, like, god damn it, bro. Oh man, hey yo, what you think about them sci-fi movies with Sharknado? Does that help cinema? Yes. You know why?
Hmm.
Because there's room for all of it. There's
Yep.
there's room for all of it. You know, like
Why
there's
not?
yeah, exactly. There's room for all of it. Like it's okay to make stupid shit and have dumb fun with it, but it's also okay to have like the subversive stuff. And I know that like that's like a really boring take because it just boils down to like let people enjoy things. And I hate that argument. Like, okay, yeah, but let people think critically about stuff. You know, it's like I don't know. It's like it's a balancing act. You got to be able to communicate. You got to be able to communicate your feelings about something and your opinion about something without having this sort of authoritative uh, tone about it and being like, hey, I'm right about my opinion, and anybody who doesn't agree with me is wrong. Like, then you
Mm,
just sound like an asshole. And like
right.
I've been guilty of that for years, but I've more recently I've been like I was talking to two of my friends on the timeline about A24 the other day, and I was like yeah, you guys have pretty valid criticisms, but I just feel like A24 gives me what I'm looking for in movies. And that might not be what y'all are looking for in movies. And that's okay. And then we kind of just like left it at that. And like it didn't become, posturing for the timeline and like putting on a show for followers and shit. Um but yeah, shit is crazy. But
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
Janko 809 asked, "Is streaming hurting cinema?"
You go ahead. I'm gonna let you lead with this one.
Honestly, I personally don't think so. Like, I wish every movie coming out in theaters was on streaming on a streaming platform because there's so many times where like, I just had a long day. I come home, I want to watch something, and like, boom, the newest movie is out. I'm hype. I'm gonna get my popcorn. I'm gonna chill at home, and you know, I feel like I like the fact that new movies are coming out on streaming platforms because I personally pay for HBO Max, and well, that's pretty much like the only one that new movies are coming to. So I have HBO Max, yeah. So I like streaming personally, but I do miss the movie theater experience though overall. So I do need to go back because the Green Knight I think is only in movie theaters, so
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to go back for that. But if the Green Knight was on a streaming platform, yeah, I would
Yeah,
have,
yeah,
I would have, I would have watched it like right now.
yeah. I have a very complicated answer to that question because of how much I like film and shit. Yo, oh my god, thank you so much for the five more tier one
Woo!
subs. Holy shit. Thank you. Thanks, babe.
Jesus, thank you.
Fucking amazing. Five subs for Ratatouille. Oh my god. No, but yeah, I have a complicated answer to this. I think as someone who wants to make movies at some point, as someone who has made productions with his friends, like Kevin, you were in one.
Hmm.
You know what that process is like. That we shot for all night. I mean, all day. You had to
Hmm.
leave because like you had other business to take care of. But the second episode, the Banana Hands, like we shot that all night, and then the video itself, the final product was what 5 minutes long, and we
Right.
shot till like Will, Freddie, Ronnie, we were all there till like 4 in the fucking morning. You know what I mean? So as someone who
So,
has worked on and that's a production, like it's a 5 minute video. Yes, it's for YouTube, but it was a concerted effort it was a concentrated effort between multiple people, and I could not have done it by myself. That's a production, you know.
hmm.
And like we shot for hours, and we were tabling stuff like, all right, we'll get to that. Let's shoot this first. We'll get to that. Never get to it. Come up with something new. Do that. Doesn't work. Shoot it again. It's later and later and later. We're losing light. All this stuff. Like so, from a production standpoint, I feel like streaming is hurting the silver screen experience, as in
Mm.
like nobody's going to the movies anymore. And that was a problem even before the pandemic. But I think that now that no one, I think that prioritizing your movie over people's health and well being is kind of selfish. And I feel like A24 locking this release behind a movie going experience is a little bit pretentious and selfish. Like
I agree.
your movie is not more important. Like I'm vaccinated, right?
Hmm.
Let's say I go to this theater and I'm masked up the whole time, but I get hungry. I want popcorn. I want food or whatever. The person behind me is not vaccinated. They take their mask off. They're eating popcorn. Something funny happens. They laugh. There's microbes in the air. I'm eating. That shit gets into my fucking mouth. But I'm vaccinated, so I'm good. But I bring this shit home, and then on Sunday I get my kids, and then I fucking with them, right? I change diapers, I give them a bath, I feed them, I'm eating with them, sharing food with them, sharing water with them, drinks or whatever, right? And then my kid get my like worst case scenario,
Yeah,
my
like
kids get COVID, right?
there's no movie that's worth that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, all because what? Because I wanted to watch Dave Patel swing a sword. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, so locking it behind that experience, like locking it behind that door is like a little
Now,
bit,
yeah.
like right now is a little bit selfish. And I think that streaming helps in that sense. And I think that HBO Max doing the simultaneous release is phenomenal, and they are killing the streaming game right now because of
Yeah.
that. Because they have so fucking much shit on there. Like, they have the Maltese Falcon. Do you
Yo,
do you
yeah.
know what that movie is?
Wait, which one is hold
It's
up. Let
it's
me see
very
if I'm bugging.
it's very fucking old. Yeah, they have the Maltese Falcon on HBO. It's a film from 1941. It's like arguably like the the quintessential noir film,
Okay, yeah, yeah, I
like
see.
the birth of noir, like basically. Um, yeah,
Um,
it's classic detective shit, right?
mhm.
He takes on a case from like some like secretive like lusty like woman or whatever, and then like one thing leads to another, and people die, blah blah blah. But it's a good fucking film, right? And HBO has shit like that. They have like 5 Kurosawa films.
Yeah.
Like it's
And Studio Ghibli
yeah,
and like all Adult Swim stuff. It's a good mesh.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
the one
Hey,
thing they have to fix.
that's
What happened?
sorry. That's one said Bogart. Yeah, Humphrey Bogart is
The lead.
the detect. Sam Spade is played by Humphrey Bogart, who is like a fucking great actor from that time. Good movie. Thanks, Dats. I'm surprised anyone even fucking saw that. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kevin.
I was gonna say the only thing that HBO has to work on is their
User interface.
yeah, the app itself. There's so many times where like I'm watching something and then like if I watch more than like 2 or 3 episodes, then it's like an error pops up, and that's consistent on not only like my PlayStation but also when I'm on my PC. So like
Yeah,
there's some times where like I have to refresh a lot or something. Like there's just a lot of jankiness. I think when it comes to the app itself, it's a little janky, but it has probably the best lineup I say right now.
yeah, for sure. And the simultaneous release thing, that's a big fucking deal because like it's not like, you know what? Even bringing it beyond comfort, there's disabled folks that
Mm-hmm.
can't make it to the film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the fact that those people have the same access to the films that are being distributed in theaters, that's huge. That's fucking amazing because like, you know, disabled folks deserve to see films. They deserve to
Yeah.
enjoy media the way we do, and like that's fucking awesome. You know what I mean?
And
Like I
I'm
think,
not
yeah, I think
uh,
that's like sick.
I'm surprised that HBO didn't do the Disney Plus way where, you pay extra for the movie.
Because HBO's not stupid.
Yeah.
They're not money hungry fucking. They're not a money hungry monopoly.
Right.
That's
Because
why they didn't
it's
do
it's,
that
it's
shit.
funny because like I probably still would pay if I was like if I had to, you know what I mean? Because like it's still sometimes like cuz Disney would be like, "Oh, pay $30 for this new live action movie or this new movie, right?" And then, a lot of people be like, "Damn, $30 is a lot." But then it's like, well, it doesn't have to be, I guess, because you pay a lot of money for tickets. Tickets nowadays like for a good like IMAX experience or something is like 18, 20 or $19
Yeah, and
sometimes.
if you don't drive, you have to
Right.
pay to get there, and pay to get home, and
And
pay for
food.
and food.
Hypothetically, yeah, and you
Yeah,
know how
yeah.
expensive that is. You'll end up paying like probably like 50 just or like
50
God knows how
bones like
much.
on yourself. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I mean, I feel like overall, like it's not a bad deal, but I do love the fact that you know HBO would just be like, oh, it's on streaming and it's in theaters for this time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, so so do we think it's hurting streaming services? I guess the short answer for me is from a production standpoint, from a studio standpoint, yes, because it's oversaturating the fuck out of the market, and it's becoming harder and harder to differentiate the good shit. And I say good shit subjectively, so like it's harder to find the stuff that you like and separate that shit from all the other stuff coming out because shit is coming out like this, right?
Mm.
It's like, oh, a new Amazon exclusive just dropped. Oh fuck, but I'm not done with this new Netflix exclusive. Oh wait, didn't Paramount just drop a streaming service? Fuck, I think they got all of whatever the fuck. Wait, isn't Sony doing one? Does that mean that Disney Plus isn't going to get the Spider-Man films? So I'm going to have 2 subscriptions to watch all of the Marvel fucking canon? You know what I
Oh
mean?
shit,
And it's like
that's true.
it's like a lot, bro. It's a lot. And like everybody like it's crazy. Like it gets back to like capitalism and shit too, because it's like everybody wants the fucking bag. Everybody wants the biggest possible bag, and then you're fucking up the experience for the majority of your audience because you want to separate. Bro, who the fuck has the Peacock app? Who?
Okay, I had a free like week, I think. And then I never signed up for it because I thought it was like the lineup was ass. I did the same thing for Paramount because I always do like a free week trial just to see what's up.
Mm.
Kind of ass too. Like
Yeah.
it's booty. Yeah, I don't know. Though they don't really have anything worth right now. Like there's gonna be a lot of like, B list C tier type of movies,
Yeah.
to watch, which I don't really care enough to pay to watch. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Riley said I have Peacock, but only because it comes with my internet service. Exactly. Exactly. You have it because it's bundled with your shit. Kevin had it as a trial. Nobody has that shit. You know what I mean? Wow. Lawrence doesn't even know what it is. So Peacock is the NBC streaming service, right? Is it NBC?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one
it
that
is.
basically is like, oh, we have The Office. They took off The Office off of Netflix and built a whole streaming service around it,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Peacock is a wild name.
Yeah, it is a wild ass name. The Office streaming service. Yeah, that's basically what it is. What
Yeah.
is that? No, no blacks in cinema app. Oh my god! You see, this is this is the shit I be talking about with Lawrence, bro. Oh my god! But yes, that's basically what it is. I got Paramount for free somehow, and that's the only reason I'll keep it. Yeah, look. I got Paramount for free somehow. This user, this supporter of Hearse Boys, whose name I will not dare attempt to pronounce, said somehow I got Paramount somehow for free somehow. Look at this. Oh my god, bro.
You know, I
Like,
got Paramount for a week to watch the new iCarly because I was interested in seeing this, like, MA rated iCarly, as somebody who, grew up watching all these shows and stuff.
yeah.
And yeah, I canceled right after. I saw like one episode and they
You're like,
made
nah,
they
not
made
for me.
they made like so many references in one episode to like kind of like, trying to be trendy, like, and
Oh,
like,
they made like 65 TikTok jokes. Is that it?
yeah, like, not, I don't know if, well, I think there was one or two probably TikTok jokes in there, but like the majority, it was just like a lot of like, oh, this is made for the people who are of the age of who grew up watching the original. So it's very wannabe raunchy and kind of like very sexual, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like the only reason why it's still weird is because like I'm pretty sure Dan Schneider still has something to do with it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so I think that it's hurting cinema. I think that it's hurting the silver screen experience. And if we weren't in a pandemic, I'd probably lean more towards yes. But the fact that we are in a pandemic, and if we weren't in a pandemic, then a lot of these streaming services and a lot of these films wouldn't get released on these platforms, and they wouldn't be as accessible to disabled folks and people who just don't want to leave a crib and aren't comfortable in the movies and don't like the movies, right? If that wasn't the case, I would lean more towards yes. It's negatively affecting cinema because, from a production standpoint, it's oversaturating the fuck out of the market, and studios are greedy. Studios are greedy. Everybody wants their own streaming service because they have one successful show that they think they can charge a monthly subscription for people to have access to. But I'm more leaning on no. It's not hurting cinema as much because, if we make 4 more episodes of the Hearse, right, and then we sell that shit to like if we make 4 more episodes of the Hearse, right? That's 6 episodes. That's a whole season, and I could sell that shit to a streaming to an app. I go to Netflix with the entire season on a fucking flash drive, and I go, hey, here, watch this. It's me and all of my friends. You know what I mean? Most of us are black. We're from the Bronx. We're gamers. It's like The Office it's like video game The Office, but way funnier and with black people. And then, or more than one black person. And then, right? And then like they watch all fucking, you know what I mean? They watch all 6 episodes, and they go, yeah, this is funny as fuck. We'll fund season 2 at 10 episodes at 15 minutes a pop, right? Or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very small budget, like that. It has made it easier for productions to be seen and for movies to be seen. But
And people.
yeah, and people to see them, but it gets lost because there's so much of it. So it's like super fucking complicated. But anyway, let's get to the last point here. DaBaby done the fucked up. DaBaby has DaBlew it by saying some stupid ass shit out his fucking mouth about some fucking it's a lot. But basically for anybody that doesn't know what DaBaby has done, I'm sure everyone in this chat knows. But basically DaBaby at Rolling Loud or was it a different show?
It was Rolling Loud, I think. Or it was Rolling Loud, yeah.
Okay, because basically after one of his songs, he was like, "Hey fellas, put your cell phone lights up if you're not sucking dick in the parking lot or something." Oh no, it was Lollapalooza or something like that. I don't know. It was either it was Rolling Loud and he got dropped from Lollapalooza.
Yeah, he got dropped from everything after that. Yeah.
Yeah, or one or the other. I don't fucking care. Either way.
Nah, it was It was Rolling Loud.
He got dropped from Lollapalooza. Okay. Yeah. So either way, he said that dumbass shit, and then clips started circulating on Twitter of all places, because, that's what Twitter does, and people were just like, "What the fuck did he mean by that?" Like,
well, it's also because after that quote, he also mentioned like he kind of like talked badly about having HIV/AIDS. Like he kind of like was like talking about like, oh, it's basically he's talking about in relations to the men like sucking dick in parking lots, like talking about like, put your phone lights up if you're not sucking dick in the parking lot. And then he talks about how, AIDS is a killer disease.
Dirty,
it's like
dirty.
You'll die. Yeah, he'll be like, oh, you'll die 2 to 3 weeks from doing that shit. Like he's trying to basically like
he was trying to backpedal.
Yeah, he's trying to associate, HIV and like sucking dick and being gay, basically. And like he was all saying it in a negative way. And then his DJ was saying like, come on, that's facts. A lot of y'all are too suspect out here. Yeah, so basically, and I feel like I honestly think that it all stems from like Lil Nas X. And I think it stems from him just being himself. Yeah. Because like, I don't know, I think that's such an oddly specific thing for DaBaby to say. Like, did he see that? Like, I don't understand why he felt the urge to be so like enamored to like be homophobic. I don't know.
No, I just think it was just be loud and wrong. Like
yeah,
and my favorite shit about this whole situation was like him trying to rectify the situation and just making it so much worse. Like, oh my god, like he was like, oh, like even my gay fans don't do that. My gay fans know what's up. Guess what my gay fans did when I said that? They put them motherfucking cell phones up because they'll get a hotel room or something.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Oh my fucking god, the bastard. Make me ask you a question, right? What is the difference in your fucking in your ass backwards analogy? What is the difference? If you get an STD in the if you take that same person you would have sucked off in the parking lot to a hotel room, you get the what does the STD go? Nah, you know what? Hey, they doing it right. You know what? Y'all almost got me. I thought y'all was on that dirty shit, but you know what? You look at this nice hotel room. It's got a hot tub. It's got there's ketchup in the mini fridge. Wow, they got there's a TV in here. There's big windows, high ceilings. What is it? Is this satin? What is that? All right, I'm out of here. You guys have fun. What? What the fuck kind of?
I just it was such a weird homophobic thing to say. Like it was
Oh
just
my
so.
god.
That's what I'm saying. It's so oddly specific. Like why did he have that? Like he's performing in front of so many people,
Yeah,
and that's the first thing that like that's the thing that comes to his mind.
bro.
Is
It's
talking about sucking dick in the parking lot. That's so weird.
bro. You're getting. Listen. You're getting like. Oh my god. Like you're getting. You're getting millions of dollars, right? You're performing in front of 100,000 people. I don't know.
Damn near,
What
yeah.
like you have a daughter. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the first like you're in my head. I would be like, yo, let me shut the fuck up, do these fucking songs, collect my fucking bread, and move on to the next fucking venue so that I could do this all over again. Perform the songs, man. Close your fucking mouth.
Bro,
Oh
you
my
know
god.
the thing is that with a lot of of those type of rappers that have this old school in quotes mentality, even though it's still obviously going on today, they're loudly like homophobic and aggressively homophobic, and it's kind of like I just feel like it's because there's a conspiracy. Obviously, a lot of these old school hip hop heads think that like the gay mafia is like running the hip hop industry and shit. Like they'll be like, oh, Lil Nas X, like why he turned gay after he blew up? Why he start pushing that agenda? Like what the fuck are you talking about?
Also, even if even if even if gay people, even if there's a gay mafia running hip hop, so what?
No, right.
So what?
Yeah, but you already know how a lot of these rappers, well, you know their stance on it. You know their stances on that. A lot of these hood rappers are, openly misogynistic and homophobic, and anti-black themselves in a lot of way. Like the funniest thing I think I see is like, a lot of people are like, oh, y'all so quick to cancel DaBaby, but like not all these other white people. And I'm like, you know what? There's truth to that, but at the same time, that's not gonna negate all this shit. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna just like
Also,
absolve him from anything.
can we talk about like letting marginalized people get away with trash behavior just because non-marginalized folks do it? Yeah, that's not justice. Yeah, that's not what that is. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this person got away with it. Yeah, that doesn't mean fucking let everybody else do it. No,
Right.
fucking yeah, you bring their ass in here.
Standard.
You bring their ass in here too. The fuck?
Set a standard.
Oh my god. Like, oh my fucking god. Like, wow. It's
And he tries to use that type of narrative too. Him and I hate to mention his name, but fucking Tory Lanez. I cannot believe that like even people like DaBaby are still like trying to help him navigate his ways through the hip hop scene, and it's crazy how far these people go to like how far abusers go to stick together. It's crazy.
yeah, it's really ridiculous. Like, well, cuz fucking
Allegedly.
fucking
So,
serial
my bad. One second.
there's no what happened? Oh, you good. But there's no fucking there's no greater bond than the bond between two serial abusers. There's no greater fucking kinship than two fucking serial abusers getting on with all their fucking bullshit. Oh my god. What's funny is there was a video of Lawrence said what's funny is that there was a video of two dudes running a train in the back of a Honda Civic in the Lala parking garage. But we worried about the queer folk? Exactly. Ain't nobody has shit to say about that shit. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Where is it? Lil Nas X has had a where is it? Oh my god, where is it? Oh my god. Motherfuckers keep typing. Hold on. He should shut the fuck up.
My bad,
Hey,
my bad.
nah, you good. Oh, dog, Lil Nas X has had a chokehold on Boozy and them for so long. Yeah, that's true. That is absolute facts. And Riley
No, don't even.
replied
Yeah.
with,
Oh
yeah,
God.
Riley replied with, he's staying in his own lane that he helped create. And everyone is acting like he's about to get a reckless driving felony. Yeah, it's and like you know what my favorite part about Lil Nas X is? My favorite thing about him is like, you know, aside from like being so young, right, and being openly queer and loving himself and like open and like creating that space for people like him to accept themselves and find kinship in that in like his music and his gender expression and his sexual expression and all that. Aside from all that, people forget that his Twitter was a Nicki Minaj stan account for years. That man is original stan Twitter. Okay, you are not out trolling this kid. You are not
Not a
out
barb.
trolling. And you know what? Not a
Not a
fucking
barb.
barb.
Bugging.
Certainly not the barbs. You are not out trolling a barb. You are listen, the barbs, and the K-pop stands are right there. Right
Mm-hmm.
there. Neck and fucking neck. Bro, some dude, some guy on the barbs are powerful, bro. We need a stand hood like the fucking barbs. Listen. This guy on TikTok, he makes portraits of people out of dice, right? Out of dice. He stacks like 2,000 dice and makes portraits of people. And somebody tweeted or no, somebody replied to a TikTok of his and was like, "Do Nicki Minaj and the barbs will get you to 100 million or 100,000 followers." And they fucking did. They did.
Yo,
He went viral because he made a portrait of Nicki Minaj out of dice, and the barbs got him there, bro.
bro. Yeah, I wonder how many people.
Bro.
Like, I wish there was like a registered list of barbs. So you could find like how many barbs are global.
Bro, the barbs and BTS Army are like this. Are like, like this. Shit is crazy. Oh man, no, Beehive is up there.
And the Navy.
Beyonce stands are up there, but I feel like Beehive have jobs, and
Beehives like
The-
have
the-
a lot of kids already too.
yeah, like they got kids and shit. You know what I mean? Beehive has children and shit, and like they'll put fucking they'll get you lined by somebody else. They're not gonna talk to you like on the internet.
Nah, and also
They gotta clock in, bruh.
yeah, also Nicki Minaj has like a chokehold on the young generation too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
a lot of them are like super young too.
Yeah, shit is crazy. Oh no, hey, I'm not even talking shit. They could come here. What's up? Hey, shout out to
No,
the
we
barbs.
are
What's up? We out
we are
here.
fans of all stands, please.
Nah, man, we fuck with everybody, bro. That shit is huge. When you got that kind of fucking power, bro, I never want that kind of power. Hell no. I don't want that many people fucking knowing me. That's crazy. Hearse Hive sounds fire though. Damn.
Hearse
Hive
Hive.
Hearse Hive sounds crazy. That I'm not even gonna hold you. That sounds fire. Damn. All right, but yeah, no. DaBaby's an asshole. Listen,
Yo, everybody's dropping him from shit. His clothing collab that he had with this company dropped him. Lollapalooza, Governor's Ball just dropped him today. He's losing a lot of money because of that stupid ass shit he says. But you know what? At the end of the day, that is his. That's really how he feels. That's his views on
yeah,
shit.
yeah, it's crazy
And
because like, yeah, I like in a weird like fucked up way, like I'd rather this and then he faced the consequences of this and then I know that that's the kind of person he is than for him to like play like play the ally or whatever, which a lot of motherfuckers do, and then behind closed doors move on some homophobic shiesty shit. Like
right.
I would much rather the ignorance be right there
I mean,
out in the fucking open,
I
so
don't
that
want
we
to.
get his ass out of here immediately.
I don't want to like make it sound like I'm associating like all like people, all guys from the hood that are really hood guys, like that they're all homophobic. But for the most, like there's a strong culture of homophobia in the hood. That tends to, you know what I mean, like, and that shit carries over sometimes, like just especially when you go from being in the hood to being rich and shit, and you out here headlining in front of 100,000 people. you would have thought that he would have had like a publicist that would be like, all right, I know this is who you are, but these are the things you don't say, and
Yeah.
these are the things you can say.
Yeah.
And yeah, he fucked that up.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. And like, yeah, I just don't understand like how, like, okay, not to be like, not to take it that fucking far back, but bro, nobody should have done this since Elvis.
Wow.
Like people like, okay, Elvis was like like he co-opted a lot of shit, stole from a bunch of black creators. We know this, right? We know this.
Mhm.
It's not going to change the fact that it happened the way it happened. But we know
Mhm.
this, right? But Elvis blew up in a time where most people didn't even have TVs yet. This
Mhm.
motherfucker was the first rock star on TV. Like he was like yes, there were films and shit, and there was all that shit, right? Like there was film like since the 20s and shit, but for the most part, none of them had like a soundtrack, and they were all very like they were all scored uh orchestrally. It was all
Right. Right.
instrumental, and it was all this grandiose sort of like it's a theatrical experience. It's theater. It's theater on the
Right.
screen, right? Up until that point. Then Elvis comes around and he starts showing up on TV. And most people don't even have a fucking TV. So
Mm.
he's navigating fame on a completely new platform that didn't fucking exist, that reaches millions more people, and he's fucking up on a scale hitherto undreamt of. He
Yeah.
is fucking up royally because he's the first to ever do it. The first to ever be that fucking famous. You know what I mean? And like to have like to see that, the trajectory of it and where it ended, and then you still move stupid. Like, bro.
Bro,
Like, bro, Elvis died on the fucking toilet so that you would shut the fuck up and collect your bag. Elvis
how'd he
took that
die?
L for you. He died on the toilet.
Like
He
taking a
straight up
dookie?
then they found him. What?
Hey, he was taking a dookie?
I mean, I fucking no. He had a actually, yeah, he had a heart attack while taking a dookie on the toilet.
I don't know that. Oh, let me not say nothing. All right.
What happened?
Nah, let me not say. I don't know, cause like at first I'm like, that sounds like spicy, But then I'm thinking like, nah, let me not jinx anything. I don't want to go out like I don't want to even talk about going out. But like that just sounded very like ethereal.
Oh yeah,
I
for
don't know.
sure. Yeah, no, he had a heart attack on the toilet. He was 42, and but
Damn, that was young.
yeah, I mean 42 in the 50s.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, or I don't know actually. Oh no, he died in 77. He was popping in the 50s, but he died in 77.
hmm
Um, but yeah, that's how he fucking died, dude. And they said it was uh he was addicted to like prescription meds, like some like barbiturates or something like, or something, some weird like medication. He was just like he'd been fucking he'd been
that
going crazy
and
on that
he
shit for a
was
while.
really he was. I know he was really addicted to pedophilia too.
Oh yeah, yeah, straight up married a minor, fucking straight up like legally married a bro.
Back
Oh
then was
man,
crazy, bro.
yeah,
I mean,
yo,
things are crazy now, but like back then, shit was fucked up, bro. Like
shit was
even more fucked up in a lot of like fucked up ways. But like the fact that people like back then a celebrity could be like go up to some parents and be like, look, your daughter is 12 and she is beautiful, and I would like to take her hand. And there would be parents that'd be like, oh, of
they'd be
course.
like, hey, how many goats you willing to trade for my daughter? Like it was fucking rough, bro. Shit was rough. Nah, but Ari basically summed it up. Like Elvis was the blueprint for what not to do as a celeb. Yeah, exactly. And he did that shit in fucking 1959 or whatever, or
Jesus.
65. Like, like how is
Yeah.
anybody fucking up now? Like you have the oldest example in the book. Like if you take anything away from that, it's shut the fuck up and collect your bag.
No,
Shut
some
up.
people, it's also ego. Some people really think that they're bigger than what they are. Like even the baby before, apparently he apologized, but before all of this, he was saying like he was after he said all of that, he was like, oh, I'm an icon, like I'm big, like he's trying to make it seem like he's bigger than this shit. Like
Who the fuck is Questlove? Remember that?
yo, what a Oh my god,
Oh my lord,
that's so cringy.
bro.
Like,
He was like,
uh,
yo, and he tweeted later, was like, what do I have to do to get Jay-Z on a song? And somebody quoted that tweet and was like, talk to him. And they put 4 screenshots. Oh my God, hold on, Will about to go nuts. Zulu Nation about to fly out of Will right now because yes, Will, you heard that correctly. DaBaby, after getting blasted on Instagram by he's walling in the but yeah, so he got blasted on IG Live by Questlove. He saw that and was like, I don't even know who that is. Who are these like irrelevant, washed up people trying to get at me, or like trying to, you know what I mean, trying to like sully my name. And then later on Twitter, he's like, how do I get Jay-Z on a song? Somebody quoted it and put 4 screenshots of 4 different occasions with Questlove hanging out with Jay-Z, and they said, talk to him. Yeah, he really said that, Riley. Yes, Riley. Yes, Wheel. He actually said that shit. He actually said that shit. But
I just
we're gonna go for like 5 more minutes, by the way.
I just peeped in the chat too that they mentioned the whole Matt Damon thing. Have you heard what happened with Matt Damon?
Yes. I'm gonna keep that shit very brief though. He's like 50 years old. He should have known better already. But hold on, don't cancel me for this. When you are Matt Damon and you've been making movies since you were like 20 years old in 1991 or whatever, when people were saying the F slur recreationally in circles of heterosexual folks, and you have kept nothing but famous friends your entire life. Famous friends who probably look like you, who are from the same town as you, who talk like you. It's probably going to take having a daughter who has her ear to the ground and is part of the zeitgeist more so than you are. That's probably what it's going to take for you to unlearn that shit. And that's just me being real. Like, I know Twitter loves to deal in absolutes and loves to posture and loves to be like, well, he should have known better, and that's that on that, period. Okay, sure, that's the easy way to think about that, right? But the realistic way to think about that is that Matt fucking Damon is not the same as Twitter user number 27 with a 9-to-5 who's around real people who are in the real world. Matt Damon is in a fucking famous people bubble, and it's not out of the question for me to believe that it took him having a young daughter who's more connected to real life and real people for him to finally learn that shit is not okay to say. Like, yes, he's 50. Yes, he's old as fuck. He should have known better. But realistically, how was he going to? He's a white man from Boston who's been famous since he was 20, hanging around other straight white men from Boston for most of his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like,
crazy.
he didn't have to self-report. He didn't even have to snitch on himself like a fucking idiot.
No, I think his daughter said it. I don't even think it was him.
It was him that said it in an interview. He mentioned that he said it to his daughter, like he said it around his daughter, and his daughter wrote him like a letter about why like that's so wrong and shit. And then so he mentioned it in an interview that he had. So he just brought it up. Like he was just like, "Oh, by the way, I don't use the F word anymore. Like last week my daughter told me it was bad." Like that's literally how he positioned it. Like, yeah, I mean, he didn't have to say that for me to think that, Matt Damon would, like, in his mind look at me and, think things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, but for anybody, but like, okay, for him to just say it candidly in an interview like that means that he was genuinely, at least to me, like, no one just comes out and says that shit be like, you know what I mean, was like, nobody just comes out and says that shit like that without thinking that it was totally
wrong.
Okay to do that before, and like they know it's wrong now, right? But Ari said the word that my daughter calls the F slur for a homosexual was commonly used when I was a kid with a different application. I made a joke months ago and got a treats I don't know what that is from my daughter. She left the table. Yeah, that's what he said. He positioned it kind of weird, but it also could have been way worse, and he could just keep saying it, but he's not. Yeah, exactly. My shit is like, people find stuff when they find it. People learn stuff when they learn it. You can't put a ceiling on growth based on how old people are, because you don't know people. You know what I mean? Everybody's experiences are different, and like I hate when someone's like, I hate when people like when Twitter comes after somebody for some shit they said when they were 14 or 15. Like, yeah, of course they're saying cringe fucking shit when they're 15. They're 15, you know? Like, of course that, like, first of all, no one should be on Twitter at 15. Like, that's a recipe for disaster, you know? But of course they're gonna say cringe shit. And then like I hate those fucking like people who love to pat themselves on the back and be like, well, I knew not to say that at 15. I knew better. It's like, okay, well, here's your fucking medal. I don't know what you want. Like,
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm fucking perfect, is what I'm saying. Like, I've said some fucked up shit, and whoever acts like they haven't is hiding something. What are you hiding? What don't you Why do you want to look so good and perfect on paper? What don't you want motherfuckers finding out about you? Huh? What the, you know, like, I don't know. I just don't trust that shit, man. Like I was a fucking cringe kid. I fucking said, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just like, people are people, bro. Like, they're gonna, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. And then Lawrence, like, yeah, random kids saying I'm 15 and I don't say X slur, don't understand early 2010 environment. Uh, yeah, a lot of fuck shit was normalized. When spit it out. Fuck you, Quest. Fuck you, dude. Piece of shit. Why you do that to me? Why you embarrass me like that? Nah, you're right. I have a speech thing. I'm working on it. Yeah, people want participation trophies for not being a shit person. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, we was wildin'. We was wildin' saying crazy shit. You know what I mean? I was there for the beginning of Odd Future. Shit is different now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, like, I was 15. Like, I knew not to say that shit when I was 15. And it's like, yeah, well, you're 17 now. So that was 2 years ago because you're a child on the internet talking to a 25-year-old about grown folks' business. That's why. You know? Like, oh, man. Like, I fully... we're going to end soon. I'm going to end on you, Kevin. Let you play us out with your final thoughts. But I believe in you know, there should be tiers, like, on the internet. Like, there should be a whole-ass internet for fucking minors. There should be a whole-ass separate internet for minors where they could just talk all the shit they want all fucking day amongst themselves, because there is no more awkward feeling than getting into an argument with somebody on Twitter and them saying crazy shit out their mouth, and then you just let them have it, and then they go, I'm 14, and you go, oh, well, get your fucking young ass out of my mentions then. The fuck is you doing?
Like, there's a proposition that a lot of people like bring up where it's like, oh, social media should be like a verified place where you have to like verify who you are, right? And I feel like I can see like a certain app where like it can be like all these apps that we use like Twitter, where but like you would have to actually verify who you are. I feel like there would be better discourse on something like that, because I feel like people are feel too powered by like being anonymous.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people be talking crazy, making crazy threats, like, and the scary thing is that you don't even know if these people are are for real or not, because for all you know, like, you could be talking to somebody crazy.
Yeah, but at the same time though, and I'm sure you know, because you're from you're from similar circumstances. I've met people who are about that fucking life, just like you have. None of these motherfuckers is about that shit. Nobody. Listen, even if you don't use your real name, your real anything, right? They could trace you through cookies, browsing history, IP address, all that shit. If you, bro, motherfuckers will raid Twitch users that they don't like. They'll dox Twitch users that they don't like and call in a bomb threat or whatever from their crib, and SWAT will kick down your fucking door in the middle of a stream without knowing your first name. So these people are not hard to find. And anybody talking crazy like that on the internet is 100% not about that shit. Not
Yeah,
about
because
that shit at
if
all.
you really about it, you probably not even don't
You're
even know
not
how to
gonna
use
say
social media
shit.
that
You're
well.
gonna move.
Yeah,
You know?
It'd be the guys too that don't even know how to use social media well. Those niggas, they'll kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Bro, it's the guy that made his Twitter in 2009 and tweeted one photo of him outside of Foot Locker on Fordham waiting for the Concords to drop. That's the only tweet on his profile. That motherfucker's a savage. That guy has bodies, okay? Don't worry
Yeah,
about fucking Chicken Dick 65 who fucking
word.
made his account in fucking 2017 and shit. Don't worry about that guy, you know?
Nah, it's true.
But yeah,
Like I feel like if you say you're a killer and you're tweeting from iPhone, you're like a fashion killer. You know what I mean? It's a little different.
yeah.
Like, but nah, yeah.
Yeah, shit is weird. Shit is weird. But yeah, anyway, that that was a very turbulent, fucking confusing episode. I don't know what the oh that's Rainy Big Head, but it's like stretched for some reason. Um, yeah, real killer's tweet from the Nokia brick. But anyway, yeah, this has been a very turbulent, very confusing episode of the Hearse Boys podcast. 31, baby, we here. I want to get to 100. Like once we get to triple digits, man. Like I'll be so fucking happy. But we
You going
here.
there?
30. Yeah, we getting there, man. 31. So anyway, yeah, be sure to fucking follow us on our Twitters. Our Twitters are under our names. My name's Rainey. That's Kevin. Join me today for this very fun episode. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Loop with the 10 gifted subs. Shout out to Will with the 5 gifted subs.
Where shout out to all 30 of y'all watching right now.
Yeah, holy shit, it's fucking 30. Yeah, that's just crazy. Fucking love y'all. I might stream Mortal Shell tomorrow. Might not. I don't know. Cause season 1 just ended since I just beat the game. But I might take a break.
But we definitely Monday podcast again though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely podcast on Monday. If I don't stream tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna stream on Thursday and bring back Mortal Shell and work on a different shell. And be sure to support us. Buy some fucking merch. I think it's pretty cool. I designed all of it. It's pretty nice. It's printed on Champion, so that's why it's like a little more on the expensive side. But it's durable shit. It's really good shit. My favorite item is probably the windbreaker. The windbreaker's sick, man. That shit is fucking sick. But yeah, join the Discord. Juice just dropped it in the chat. Join the Discord if you aren't there already. Thank you so much to everybody. Yeah, it's printed on Champion, Riley. Riley with the eyeballs. Oh shit, Champion? Yeah. But yeah, we love y'all. You know what? Let me know in the Discord if I should bring back Fall Guys. I feel like Fall Guys is dead, but I love that game
I'd be
so
down
fucking
to play.
much. Oh my god, I love that game so much. I don't care. Hearse Boys will single-handedly bring back Fall Guys to the streaming to the streaming space. But anyway, yeah, that's us. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to follow us. Be sure to do whatever. It's so dead. No, we won't. He lying. Shut up. Shut up, Wheel. Get out of here. Oh, nah. Let me not chill. Let me not say nothing before I get banned. Yes, Quest, it is still available. But let me not say nothing before Will bans me out of my own stream, cause he sliding over